Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and this is my yarn chat. Now, if you're watching this video is the last of 3 videos that I made today, where I talked about my, well, I'm getting real close there, my knit crate, my Darn Good Yarn socks box. After this video, Maddie and I are going to dye this yarn. But in this video, I just wanted to show you my finished objects because I have been working like mad crazy, and I read some of the comments from my previous video, and I wanted to answer some questions and, you know, chat with you all about it. So, like I've said before, just a second, pardon me, I get the pleasure of giving my students at school a Christmas present. And being a mom of 3 kids, I was first thinking, I don't want to buy these kids any of those dollar store plastic junks because I have a ton of dollar store plastic junk in my house. And I really didn't want to spend a ton of money on these kids. Why? Not because I don't love them, but because 15 kids, a ton of money adds right up. So, luckily for me, I've been yarn hoarding for a couple years now. And so I had plenty of yarn to start making the kids some hats. So I thought that I would take out Scary Head Juanita, woo, and I would model some of the hats that I have made. This first hat here, I made with some Hobby Lobby yarn. And this is one of those pom-poms that I got. This is the Hobby Lobby Jeanette Blush, I believe, or Juliet Blush. So there you go. It had, I was very surprised to find that it had this dark brown stripe in it. And then there it's over there. Because I couldn't see that from the outside of the yarn. But otherwise, that is a cute hat. The next hat, which I am very happy about, I have been hoarding this yarn for a while, is, oh, here's the beginning part. I should turn it around. This is the Carousel, made with Lion Hometown, and there's a pink puffy pom-pom. And that, this is a thicker yarn, so this one worked up much quicker than that. Here is another hat I made. This is with the this is with, what is that stuff? Charisma yarn from Michaels. This pom-pom doesn't match exactly, but it's just gonna have to deal with it because that's what I got. I'm very happy with this hat. This hat I want to keep. Look at how cute that hat is. That little puff. This is made with Northern Lights Charisma. This hat also I'm really much in love with. This is one for the boys. It is a brown hat. This is a Yarn Bee. I love this chunky with a brown pom-pom. This yarn is also, now this is a Red Heart yarn. I actually got this from Madonna Ballard in our yarn swap. And our school colors are blue and yellow or silverish, white, blue and white. Why did I say yellow? So I made this one to give to my son, but he decided pom-poms were for girls, not him. He's 5th grade. So this pom-pom is a little floppy, I feel, so I'm going to have to go in there and tighten that up. This one, I didn't even realize I had this yarn. This one, if you recall from quite a while ago, is my Aldi's yarn. Do you remember that when I got so excited that Aldi's had yarn? I made a big button cowl from, my gosh, it just slipped right from my brain. Laurel. What is her YouTube channel? Well, I'll put a link in the description when my brain starts working again. Laurel's Big Up Button Cowl. I'll put in a link in the description to her pattern off Ravelry. You can buy it. I made a cowl with this, and then I had this left over, so I made a hat, and it looks good with that. I haven't decided if it's a boy or girl hat. This yarn here I got from Madonna Ballard. I don't know what kind of yarn it was. I just got like 6 of them. I made 3, but put different colored pom-poms on it. One was a blue one, was a purple one, one's a brown one. Here's another Charisma hat with a pink pom-pom. Now you can't even see my sign. Here is another Charisma hat. This one has a gray pom-pom. This one also is very floppy. The gray pom-poms are floppy. And then this, I found this in my hoard. This is a Karen Cake Chunky, and as I started working, I started with the pink, went all the way around, switched to white, and then I had this one like purple chunk, so I thought, well, I'll put a purple pom-pom on it. Upstairs, I have 5 more hats to put pom-poms on. I got to work on that one. So all in all, the hat making has been wonderful. In the last video, I did put a link in the description to the gal whose pattern I followed for this. I'm just moving all around here in front of y'all. Her pattern was very easy. It basically is like a rectangle. You crochet a rectangle. You get the ribbed look because you're going in the back loops, and you do half double crochets. Then when you get the desired width, that's gonna, or the circumference of your head there, you stop, you crochet down the side, a slip stitch, and then you got to cinch the top. Now this is what I did. I cinched the top after you weave it in and out, pull it tight, and then I kind of put it back and forth, and then I stuck these pom-poms have like little elastic hoops on the bottom. I pulled that through with my crochet hook, and then I took that end that I sewed all the way around, and I pulled it tight, weaved it in and out, and then I kind of tied it in to that loop. So that way, if the mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, whoever wants to wash the hat, they can pull this string, they would untie it, the pom-pom can come off, which is why I think some of them are kind of floppy. But you know, if you wash this hat with that pom-pom, the pom-pom's going to get ruined. So that is what I've been doing. I worked on them all Saturday, last weekend. And then this Saturday, I finished like 4 or 5 hats. I actually also, hey Maddie, throw me your hat. You know those 4 hideous pom-poms that I didn't like, the multicolored ones? I went to Joann's without a coupon, you guys. I just used my teacher % off, and then I used 20% off for your total purchase. And I got 6 skeins of Lion brand Hometown thick chunky yarn. I got 2 hot pink, 2 bright oranges, and 2 kind of mushy pea green. And then I used these multicolor pom-poms. This one I'm giving to Maddie, but it does fit me too. So this is what these hats look like. So, I mean, they're definitely woolly. Here in Wisconsin, I was just reading from the Farmer's Almanac that this is going to be one of the longest, coldest winters that we've had. So this nice warm hat. I did save the green one and the orange one. I just don't have the pom-poms attached to them, which is why I have not brought them down. Those I'm giving to the boys. Now, somebody asked, how are you going to decide who gets what hat? And initially, I thought, because I thought this looked like cute little Ella, looked perfect for Ella, I thought about trying to like think about the personality of the kid and match up a hat, which I probably still could do. But what I decided to do was, I have a very small class because we go to a private school. I have 9 girls and 6 boys in my class. So I made 10 girl hats, you know, the more stereotypical pink, you saw them all, pinks and purples and whatnot. And then I made 7 boy hats, ones that a stereotypical boy would not mind, the brown, the blues, the grays. And I'm going to put them in a bag, a Christmas bag, a boy bag, and a girl bag. And then I'm going to draw their name out of a hat. I'm going to draw their name and say, okay, you can choose which hat you want. Now, the reason I did 1 extra is because I always feel bad for that last person who still feels like they don't get a choice. They got stuck with whatever was left. So that's why I did 1 extra, because now that kid still is going to get to choose between the hats, you know. And then I'm just going to take that extra hat, that 1 extra girl hat and 1 extra boy hat, and I have a bin that I keep outside of my classroom. Crafts by the Rose, she made a comment about this, and I have a little bin outside of my classroom where I have an extra pair of snow boots for girls, an extra pair for boys. I have a couple extra hats. I have some scarves. and mittens. I don't have those nice thermal gloves because quite frankly, they're too expensive. And I do keep that for when kids have forgotten their stuff at home. I do have that little extra bin. And I'm just going to stick the extra hats in there. That's all that was all about. But I do have, you know, because I have 3 kids, and my daughter grows out of stuff quite quickly, because if you don't know this, she is taller than me. She is 11 years old, and she is taller than me. And so I have accrued quite a lot. We do donate regularly to Goodwill, you know, the extras. But, I mean, we have gotten a little behind. And so I dug out a few extra winter items. I stuck them in a bin outside my classroom, and the kids can borrow that. But seeing, though, that it is a private school, typically these kids have everything they need. And if they don't, it's because they forgot it at home or left it on the bus. And so, yeah, that's that. So that is what I was working on all day yesterday. Like I said, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to finish up a few pom-poms, and I'm going to do some dyeing. I'm going to dye that yarn. And I was hoping Maddie would want to do it with me. And then I am going to start, I'm going to cake up that yarn wherever I just put it. And I'm going to make that knit crate cowl. I'm pretty excited about that. And then finally, I am thinking, if you don't remember, because now it's the same day for me, but it's been about a week for you. I got this yarn from Knit Pal, and I will also put in the description box below, I will put a link to Knit Pal so that you can check her out. She dyes these hand-dyed superwash merino fine yarn to match your favorite team colors, your favorite sports teams. And so I'm actually on the hunt for a nice set of something, either a hat and scarf, or maybe a nice scarf, or something for my father-in-law. My father-in-law is a Packers fan. And so I wanted to make him something with this Packers stuff. And usually I only make in the winter for Christmas, I make all my mother-in-laws and stepmother and my mother and my sister-in-laws. I make them all something. Last year I made Laurel's big button cowl for everyone. This year I've been making the faded color shawl. I have 3 of them done. I'm running out of time, aren't I, guys? I have, well, 3 in one. I have one that's like 2/3 of the way done. But I want to make him something with the Knit Pal yarn. So I'm mentioning this also because I want you to remember that she has a code, Summer25. You go to her website, spend $49.50 or $49.25. Let's see, what was it? How much did you have to spend? $49.50. You spend $49.50 and you'll get a discount using the code Summer25. Yeah, so don't forget that. Let's see, what's all going to be in the description of this video? There'll be a link to Darn Good Yarn. There'll be a link to Knit Pal, your favorite sports team hand dyer. And there will be a link, I think that's all really. I could put a link in the description to the video I watched to make this hat. I did that in the last video, so that can also be there. I can put a link in the description to these pom-poms. I bought these off of Amazon. Warning though, I did not get the color pom-poms that I ordered. And because I'm not fussy, I just used them anyway. But if you feel like you're fussy, which is perfectly acceptable to be fussy, I'm not being judgmental, you might want to be careful because you might not get the pom-pom colors you wanted. Didn't bother me because I have a variety of hats I may do. But if you're ordering specific colors, probably don't follow that exact link. And then a while off this other video, one of the gals, I forgot to link my video. Last year when I was making all these hats, and it was holy cats, that's a lot of hats. I went to go look for my video and I couldn't find it on YouTube. Isn't that scary? I wonder what happened. So I thought, well, when I upload this video, I will look for that video again. That was a great video. And in that video, I showed you all the hats I made for a craft fair, which this was one of them. When I do yarn swaps with folks over in Europe, I like to include this yarn. This is a Hobby Lobby yarn. I'll show you. I started hoarding this because for some reason, my Hobby Lobby started putting it on clearance. And it's called Glowing. This is pink multi, obviously a different color than this one. And then I have even another different color. What's this one? This is, oh, I'm not even going to say that. What is that? Mariposa. Mariposa Praisey. Mariposa. I don't know. And I mailed some to Mary Todd. And I think I also gave some to Pixie over in Australia, because I love the way this yarn works up. It kind of looks different there, but when it works up into a hat, I just really love how it came out. Kind of stripy. So I keep that hat here. This hat here, people always ask about, and that's the hat I featured in the video. Holy cats, that's a lot of hats. And I have not made one of those this year. This year I'm making this other gal's hats, which is just half double crochets in the back loops. This one involves front post double crochets. So that is really what I've been up to, just making hats. Apparently I do that in November. Let's see what I do next November. Make more hats. I don't know. So the job is going well. I'm very excited because I have Thanksgiving break, which is a half day Wednesday, no school Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's going to be a 4.5 day little break for me. And then December 13th is no school. Very happy about that. My daughter and I are going to the Phantom of the Opera. My brother-in-law and his partner are paying for Maddie for Christmas to have this beautiful Christmas celebration with Phantom of the Opera, fancy dinner, hotel. So I'm very excited. They included me too. So I get to go with her. And so that's happening on the 13th. And then it's Christmas. I have not yet started listening to Christmas music. I'm holding back. I'm waiting for Thanksgiving, but I really want to start. I saw this meme on Facebook that said, for those of you who are listening to Christmas music, thanks for the snow, or something like that. So I was like, oof, I better hold back. I don't need any more snow. But that is all I've been doing, is just making hats in my free time. I need to find a new project. Maybe I'll make a bunch of those scarves. The knit crate. I'll show you all. Maybe I'll love it, and then I'll give some of these, because I'm going to be honest, I'm getting tired of the shaded summer shawl. Faded colors shawl. I'm getting bored of it. So maybe this will be nice, and I'll give a bunch of those out. All right, well, that's all I've got for you. This video is 17 minutes, and I think this is probably like my 3rd or 4th video today. I need to go dye some yarn with Madeline. And that's all, folks. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for sharing my videos, liking and sharing my videos. And until then, happy crafting. Bye.